Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how I achieved this peachy glitter half cut crease with peachy lips and bold liner. So right now I'm going to be taking my LA Girl concealer just to conceal out any veins I have on my eyelids and priming them. Then I'll be blending out the concealer with this e.l.f. C-shaped brush, making sure the concealer is all blended out and there is no leftover product. I'll then be taking my Airspun translucent powder and setting that just so it doesn't budge and it'll be easier to blend out the shadows. I'm first going in with my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I'm taking the shade Puree on a Morphe 441 brush, placing the shade onto my outer crease and blending it into my inner crease, making sure that it's all blended out because I'm using this shade as my transition shade. Next, I'm taking the shade Candied Peach on the same blending brush and placing that color right on top of the first shade, making sure that it's all blended out and there is no harsh lines. I'm taking my Morphe 35B palette and taking this light orange shadow with this pink peachy colored shadow and placing those two colors right on top of the previous shadows, following the same blending technique in a windshield wiper motion, making sure all the shadows are blended together. I'm taking my LA Girl concealer and carving out my crease halfway, making sure it's very clean and sharp. I'm going back into my 35B palette, taking those two same shades, focusing it out on my outer crease and blending out any harsh edges. Taking a more fluffier blending brush, I'm making sure that the end of my cut crease is well blended out. I'm taking this white shade in the palette and setting the concealer so that when I put my glitter on top, it doesn't mix in with the concealer. The glitter I'm using today is this liquid eyeshadow glitter by Stila and Kitten Karma, and I'm placing it right on top where I cut my crease. I'm using a Real Techniques detailer brush, making sure I get into my creases so that way it'll look like a cut crease. I'm going back into the two shades previously used and blending it into the glitter so that way you won't have such a harsh line. And I'm just going to repeat the same exact thing to my other eye. Making sure that it's well blended out and there's no harsh lines. I'm now going to be taking my two favorite liners, which is the NYX Liquid Liner and the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I like to create a line from the outer corner and bringing it up, making sure that they are both even, and then I like to fill in the liner with my NYX Liquid Liner. As you can see, I'm now filling in my liner with my NYX Liquid Liner. Making sure it's very sharp at the ends. I don't remember the lashes I'm using, but they are just some wispy lashes, and I'm taking my Duo Lash Glue, placing my glue on them and popping my lashes right on. I'm making sure my lashes are very close to my lash line, just making sure that they blend with my real lashes. I'm taking my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and coating my real lashes, that way they are blended in with my falsies. I'm taking my Cetaphil moisturizing lotion and placing that evenly throughout my face, and then I'll be rubbing it in, making sure that it's all blended. Right on top of that, I'll be placing my Too Faced Hangover primer, and I really like this primer because it really does hydrate your skin. Making sure I blend that out evenly. I'll next be taking my LA Girl Pro HD foundation and dotting that all over my face and blending it out with my Real Technique sponge. I really like to focus on this part because I want everything to be well blended out together and have no foundation left over. I'm going to be doing the same exact thing to the other side, just making sure everything's well blended out together. I'm now going to be taking my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm going to be placing this under my eyes just to conceal out my dark circles, and then I'll be taking my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick, and I'll be placing that under my cheekbones, my forehead, my nose, and under my lip. I'm going to be blending it out with my Real Technique sponge, and I like to push the product up rather than down because I really want my contour to be clean and cut, and I'm going to do that all around my face. When I'm doing my forehead, I like to push the product up into my hairline just so it can be well blended out. And I'm just making sure that everything's well blended out and there's no harsh lines. I'm taking my concealer again and I'm just carving that under my contour. I really want it to be cut and clean, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm just going to place the concealer on my chin, my cupid's bow, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead just to have that highlight effect. And now I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques blending sponge and blending out all my concealer, making sure that everything's well blended out and there's no harsh lines. I'll then be taking my Coty Airspun translucent powder and setting my concealer just so that it doesn't budge. I like to press the powder in rather than bake. The only place where I bake is under my contour, and that's because I really want my contour to look cut and very clean. I'll next be taking my Milani baked bronzer and bronzing up my cheeks. I really like this bronzer because it's a very sun-kissed bronzer. I'm next going to take my Milani blush in Luminoso and place that on the apples of my cheeks, just to give me some color. I'm then going to be dusting off the powder under my contour. While dusting it off, I'm going to be blending it so it doesn't look so harsh. I now am going to highlight my face with my Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. I'm taking the shades Forever Lit and Kitty Cat, and I'm putting that on the high points of my cheekbones and the bridge of my nose and my Cupid's bow. I'm now going to take my Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in the color Seduction. I'm going to be taking my Mario Badescu Rose Water, and I'm spritzing this throughout my face just so all my makeup can melt together. Then I'm taking my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray just to finish off. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll be back with more videos.